you don't want to be on there, don't walk in front of this. If you do, that's fine. All right, so today we are going to talk about how to love yourself into success for more money and more clients and money in the bank. How about that? Sound good? All right. So what better day to talk about self-love than Valentine's Day? We put so much focus on being loved by a significant other, but really what's the most important is your own self-love. So we're going to talk about that today. At the end, I'm going to tell you a little bit about how to stay in touch with me, and if you want to work with me later, we can talk about that as well. Sound good? Okay. So I want to tell you really quickly, Jennifer started out by telling you that I used to be very shy. And that is very much true. I grew up very shy child, and even into college, when I would get asked, or when I would think about asking a question in class, I would get so much anxiety and freaked out just the thought of asking the question that I never would ask the question. I would flush, my heart would race, and I would just get so nervous that I would chicken out. But I always had a bigger vision for my life. I always saw myself doing more and being more than I was. So I got a psychology degree, and I went to work in a foster home with group home with foster kids, which I really enjoyed. I loved the kids, but I wasn't feeling as fulfilled as I knew that I wanted to be. So I went ahead and I joined a network marketing company, which was a huge leap outside my comfort zone. Now, not only was this a network marketing company where I was going to have to go and talk and sell things in front of women, I actually joined passion parties. So this was such a huge, ginormous leap outside my comfort zone because I was actually going to have to get out of my shell, right, and start speaking to people. Well, I decided to do this, though, because I had a bigger vision for my life. And I knew that in order to reach that, I was going to have to get outside my little comfort zone, right? I was going to have to grow myself. So I did that for 5 years. I met my first life coach through that. I fell in love with the coaching, and I decided to become a coach myself. That's the short version of the story. But I always held a bigger vision for myself. I talk about that a lot with my clients, is looking at your vision. Elizabeth knows this. She's been to my visioning workshops, and she's had great success with her vision. But that's one of the things I really work on first with my clients is what do you really want to create in your life? And how can we get you there? And then we start looking at what might be holding you back and move them forward from there. So what do you ladies think self-love is? Give me some ideas. Yeah, just shout it out.
Respect?
Yeah.
Self-respect. Acceptance.
Acceptance, yeah.
Setting boundaries.
Setting boundaries, yes.
It's okay to say no.
Yeah. Anybody else? Self-love? Okay, so self-love is really, it's unconditional experience for yourself. It's loving yourself unconditionally on a very deep level. It's different than self-esteem. Self-esteem is, it fluctuates, right? We might have an experience that steals our self-esteem and lowers it, but confidence is deep down inside of us, okay? And loving self-love. So it's being confident in who you are and the value that you bring to the world, right? You need to know that you're valuable, and who you are and what you offer is valuable to people in order to ask for money, right? In order to ask them to be your client, right? So when you don't have self-love, you actually block the good from coming into your life, and you become a mirror to the feelings that you have inside yourself. Right? So you start to attract other people, friendships, relationships, clients who reflect the lack of self-love in yourself. So it's really important not only in attracting the right partner, but attracting the right clients and success in your life. And to be able to ask for what you deserve in terms of money and the love in your life and all of that. The more self-love you have, the more confidence you're going to have, and the more financially successful you're going to be too. What do you think gets in the way of self-love? Shout it out.
The world.
The world.
Fear?
Fear. Doubt.
Insecurities?
Insecurities, yeah.
Anxiety?
Anxiety. Anything else? Okay. So Your limiting beliefs and what I call the gremlins or the inner critic also. You know, what you think about yourself, how you feel about yourself. Am I good enough? I'm not good enough to put myself out there. I'm not good enough to have a loving partner. I'm not good enough for X, Y, and Z, right? Or things that you believe about yourself, about life, about the world. These are limiting beliefs, and they stop you from moving forward in your life and from getting and having what you want. So it could be things like, I'm too shy, or I'm not good at sales, or nobody has the money to buy my products. Nobody wants what I have. These are limiting beliefs. We think they're true, but they're just true in our head. They're not the reality of the situation, right? Your limiting beliefs are the glass ceiling to your potential, or what I like to call your stoppable self. Okay, those are the things that stop you from being successful and having those things that you want in your life, from reaching your vision of your life. So when elephants are born in captivity, they are tied up by a rope or a chain, and they're held in one spot, right? Because their captors or the zoo or wherever they are don't want them to move around. They want them to stay in one area. And when they grow up, they become these multi-ton colossus beasts, right? They can easily break through that rope or chain, but they don't even try because they learned when they were babies that they couldn't do it, right? So this is the same with us. These are the limiting beliefs that I'm talking about. We learn as children and as we grow up that we can do certain things or can't do certain things. And we keep these beliefs inside of us for a long, long time unless we become aware of what these are and have someone to support us in seeing these beliefs, right? Saying, hey, I think that you have this block. Let me support you in moving forward. So I actually had a client who she kept trying and trying and trying to start her business, and she was working part-time, and she always had things come up, right? And she couldn't move forward. And one day she finally hired me, and we were talking, and I don't even remember the question I asked her, but I asked her something, and she got really quiet. And she says, oh my gosh, the whole thing was that her husband was not supportive. That was her whole thing. And that's what she had said for so long as I'd met her and seen her. And finally, when I asked her that question, she got really quiet. She says, oh my gosh, it's not my husband at all. He's super supportive of me and in my business. He wants me to have this business and be successful. She said, it's my dad. He's been dead for 25 years. But all growing up, he always said that women couldn't be successful. To the point where he even quit a job when a woman was his boss. So all these years, she's in her 50s, and 25 years he's been gone, but she still had this thought wedged way in the back of her mind that she didn't even know was there, that women couldn't be successful. She was stopping herself. Every time she tried, she would stop herself. Okay? So this is what happens to us. Sometimes we have these thoughts way back in our subconscious minds that we don't even know we're there anymore, and they're still holding us back. So it's really important to have someone who's trained that knows, like, hey, I see this in you. You know, this is something that's stopping you. Let's break through that. And as soon as she got that it wasn't her husband, that it was this belief that is not true at all, she got it and she just started busting forward. She started speaking and teaching classes at colleges and all sorts of stuff. It was crazy how fast she shifted and moved forward. So these are the things that you can do as well. Once you recognize what's holding you back, we can start breaking through and moving forward. We can't outperform our self-image, ladies. So if we see ourselves as not being successful or not being good enough and limited, then that's where we're going to stay until we can move forward and get past those beliefs. So some beliefs that we have as women is that we have to give everything away first before we can give to ourselves, right? We tend to, as mothers, as wives, as entrepreneurs, we give to everyone else, right? We make sure everybody else is taken care of before ourselves. So today, what's really important today and every day, but what I want to talk about today is that it's really important to fill our own cups first. You know how they say on the airplanes, they say, put your oxygen mask on you first, right? Because if you're not there, if you're dead, right, you can't help anybody else. And I've seen it happen over and over and over again with women entrepreneurs especially, where we just go, 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 and we push ourselves so hard that we make ourselves super sick, and then we can't do our businesses and we can't do our thing and support other people, right? It happened to me. I got sick, and I was sick for like 2 years, and I could not do my business, which meant I wasn't helping people like I wanted to do. I wasn't living my mission and my purpose. So I want to encourage you to give to yourselves first. It's not selfish, ladies. It's selfish not to, right? Because then you're taking yourself out completely. So give yourself some self-care and self-love every single day. Even if it's just 5 minutes. You know, take a bath. Take an extra 5 minutes to get ready, just to relax, you know. Take a 5-minute meditation. Go for a walk. Do something that you love and enjoy that rejuvenates and refreshes you so that you can keep going and helping other people. Okay? So think about what it is that you love to do that rejuvenates you. So when you feel blocked by limiting beliefs, I have a few questions that you can ask yourself. The first one is, how true is that belief really? Right? So with my client, for example, that I just talked about, she could have asked herself, well, women can't be successful. How true is that? It's not true at all, right? We see how many women are there. Millions of women who are highly successful in the world. CEOs and, you know, in Congress and all these different things. That's not true, right? Ask yourself, how true is that thought? Where did I get that idea? Did it come from a teacher, a parent, a friend, the media? Where did you get that idea? How has that belief affected you? Right? And what would you rather believe? That's one of the keys right there, is what would you rather believe? That you could be highly successful, right? So the key is to become aware of the thoughts that you're having that are holding you back, and then to shift them into something more positive, right? Sometimes it's the complete opposite thought, right? And the more you start to shift those beliefs and change them, your brain will actually create new neural pathways to think in a different way. And once you become more positive and, you know, once you get rid of some of those beliefs, you're not going to want to go back. You're just going to keep moving forward. I had another client who was talking about becoming a corporate coach. And she was telling me what she was going to charge and all that. And I'm thinking, it's like way under the normal range. And so I started asking her questions around her worth and her feelings of, you know, her self-worth and love and all of that. And it finally came to be that she wasn't seeing her worth and her value. And she ended up doubling her rate and doubling her income. And none of her clients ever questioned it, because they saw the value in her that she didn't see in herself, right? And that happens a lot. Other people see how valuable we are, and we don't tend to see it in ourselves a lot of the time, right? So it's really important. The self-worth piece is really important, because then we can start charging more. We can start asking for more. We can start attracting more love in our life, whether that's a partner or just friendships, right? Girlfriends. I mean, look at this room. It's full of love, right? So, ladies, what do you think the effects of not loving yourself are? Our confidence plummets, right? We don't feel good enough about ourselves. We don't have confidence. We're going to attract those people, like I said, that mirror those things, how we feel about ourselves, whether that's clients or friendships or love relationships. We're going to attract those people. Life is pretty tough when you don't love yourself. You attract these things where you're like, oh my God, another client that's, you know, treating me this way. So it's important to have that love, because then we can create boundaries. We can say yes or say no. And building confidence is so much to do with your self-love and worth. It's really important. So opening to more self-love is really about replacing those old limiting beliefs with new empowering beliefs, so that you can really thrive and soar in your business. So I have 4 C's to self-love. The first one is self-clarity. This is getting really clear on who you are at your essence, at your core. who are you, really? You know, a lot of us, we don't even know who we are. You know, we just hustle from one thing to the other, and we forget who we are, right? Yeah, so getting really clear on who you are, the value that you bring to other people, because we are all super valuable, right? So getting really clear on that and getting clear on your vision, that's really important too. What do you want? What do you want to create in your life? That's so important to get really clear on the vision for your life and for your business. Because if you don't know what you want, how are you going to get it? Right? So getting really, really clear on that, super important. Not settling for less than you deserve and less than you want. Number 2 is self-compassion. This is just being kind to yourself, being compassionate with yourself. If you don't get your to-do list done, that's okay. Look at the stuff you did do, right? We all have millions of things on our to-do list. Be kind to yourself. Be compassionate with yourself. Okay? If you're doing the best you can, that's the best you can do. Just always strive to do your best and be compassionate with yourself. Right? Some days are going to be better than others, more productive than others. Embrace your imperfections. There is no perfect, ladies. None of us are perfect, and we're never going to be perfect. So just stop right there. Stop trying to be perfect. Any recovering perfectionists in the room? Me too, yeah. So, you know, just do the best that you can. That's the only thing you can ask for, is to do the best you can. Some days that's going to be laying on the couch because you're not feeling good and you're just toast. That's fine. That's the best you can do that day. That's good. Right? Treat yourself with the same love and compassion that you would treat your best friend or a child. Right? Be compassionate with yourself. Love yourself. Be nice. Be nice to you. Okay? Self-care is number 3. Taking care of yourself. So important. Every single day, do something to care for you. Maybe it's go to bed a little bit earlier. Meditate a few minutes. It's not self-centered, you guys. We tend to think, well, it's selfish of me if I put me first. It's not. Okay? We have some ladies going. Super tip. So here's a super tip. Check in with your body. We as entrepreneurs and women who are, a lot of you ladies in here are caring for other people. You're in the care industry, right? Check in with yourself. If somebody asks you, hey, can you do this today or tomorrow? Ask your body, how does it feel? Because it'll tell you yes or no. It'll give you a definitive answer. The other day I was going to go and hang out with some girls and I was like, do I want to do this? No, I don't. Because I was tired and I needed to rest. And my body said, oh, don't do it. Stay home and rest. It told me. So ask yourself, check in with your body. And if it says no, if there's constriction, don't do it. Say no, and that's okay. You can say no. It's all right, ladies. But if it says yes, if it's excited, if it says, yeah, I'm really excited to go do this, a great opportunity, whatever it is, this sounds super fun, then go do it. Because you need fun in your life too. And don't compare. Number 4 is no comparisons. We really tend to compare ourselves to other ladies, right? Our looks, our weight, our success, especially with social media, so prevalent. You know, we can put anything we want on social media, right? Sometimes things are a little boosted, right? Sometimes people put things on there that make them look more successful, or they look like an overnight success. Like they started last week and all of a sudden they're making 10 grand a week, right? It's like, what? So we compare ourselves. We start to look at that and go, well, why am I not there? Why am I not in that situation? Don't do that. Because everyone has their own life, their own steps to take, right? So no comparisons, ladies. Can you all vow to not make any comparisons anymore? Stop comparing yourself to others.
It's hard.
I know it's hard, but we gotta really try that.
A friend of mine wrote a book called "Stop Comparing Yourself" or "Stop Comparing Your Insides to Other People's Outsides." Yeah,
That's important.
So to your point, I'm glad that you mentioned that.
I love that. Thank you, Jennifer. Keep pass these around too. So your self-love creates success faster. You're going to attract the people and the things that you need to move you forward. You're going to attract more love into your life. Elizabeth has a story about that. She came to my visioning workshop and found love soon after. You're going to attract those people that mirror how you feel about yourself. So when you love yourself, you're going to attract the most amazing people, whether that's business partners, relationships. You're just going to start to attract those things. And the universe is going to say, hey, you're really shaping up here, right? Let me send you some peeps your way. Let me send you some opportunities your way when you really step into that love and worth for yourself. So ladies, today I want you to make a promise to do an act of love for you today. It's Valentine's Day, it's the day of love. Do something for you today, okay? Can you all promise to do something for yourself today?
Yes.
Awesome. 2 people. That's better. Fantastic. All right. So can I tell you, ladies, what I've got for you today? I've got a few things. Did everyone get one of the forms?
Yeah.
Some people didn't. Are there any extras around? I made 6 copies. More extras? Sorry, ladies. You didn't get one.
You want this one?
So I have, and you can, if you didn't get one and you want to talk to me about whatever's on the sheet, you can come talk to me afterwards and give me your card and stuff, and I'll make sure that you get what you want. So turn them in at the end, by the way, and there'll be a drawing to get a 30-minute call with me. So turn those in, and then I'll give you a call if you're the winner. All right? So I have a free report, The 7 Secrets to Lasting Confidence for More Clients and Money in the Bank. It's a great little confidence building report. There is a Confidence Woman community group on Facebook. I'd love to have you in there. I do regular videos and trainings and daily inspiration and things like that. Would love to have you in there. I have my books today as well. This is my Stand Up and Shine 60-Day Confidence Discovery Journal. So it is a journal with prompts in there for every day. You can write in there and it will help you build your confidence. And then this one over here, The Cut Your Start, is a compilation book. So I have a chapter in there, and then 20 other ladies also have chapters in there on how to reach your dreams in your life. Those today are 1 for $15 or 2 for $25. So you save some money if you buy the books. I also have visioning workshops, which are super fun. These are almost a full day of hanging out with me and some other really amazing ladies where we look at your vision, we look at what you want, we dig deep into what you really truly want in your life. We get you to dream bigger and think bigger. And then we look at your limiting beliefs and stuff like that. We talk about that more in depth. And then we build vision boards. It's super fun. And then at the end, you get to share your board with everyone, so you get to be witnessed in your vision, which gives it a lot more power. I've had people tell me like the next day after these workshops that they're like, things are already coming into place. It's amazing. So the next one's April 14th. It's in Sacramento. Normally it's $77, but today I'm offering it for just $47. Okay. And keep in mind for these things with the discounts on them, that's good just for today. Okay. And then if you wanted to do a 90-minute Confident Woman Visioning call with me, this is a 90-minute call one-on-one where we actually will deep dive into what's holding you back, what you really want, and how to break through those limiting beliefs to get you moving forward really quickly. Okay. Normally that's $147. Today it's only $77. All right. So do you have any questions for me about anything? I know you all ladies have to get going back to work and everything. Any questions? No? Well, thank you so much, ladies. I just want to make you keep in mind that you are powerful and you are valuable and the world needs you. So get out there, do your thing. Let's get you broken through those blocks so that you can get out there and share your message and make a bigger difference in the world. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
All right.